Coach Burke with Blockers Offensive Line Academy. Today I'm going to be running you through our in-season run progression drills. We have 5 different parts through our run progression process. And once again, for this run progression, we're looking at the zone running schemes. So all the drills we're doing here is what we will do within our zone offense. And also, a little ISO work in there as well with some of our lead foot coming off the ball right away. But once again, we have 5 steps within our zone run progression, and I'm going to go ahead and lead you through those now. The first part of our run progression drills that we do is we start off with the chutes. So we have our chutes here, kind of a little drawn up for you. We have T-boards on each of our chutes as well. So we first start off, we're working on just our offensive linemen lining up, coming off. So they'll come up, they'll put their hands behind the back part of the T-board. We'll also go ahead and take the other offensive lineman and kind of create a little defender here for them to block. So as our offensive line will come up, the first time through, so we'll have all 5 guys at one time. The first time through, we're going to go and get down. Our hands going to be behind the T-board. These are our feet. The first thing we're going to do is inside foot drive. So each offensive lineman is going to come off with that inside foot step, second foot strong and solid, and they're going to drive that defender out of the chutes. So over here on my left-hand side, the inside step's going to be that right foot. All right, so when I say inside foot drive, everybody is stepping with their inside foot. The center will choose. The first round, they'll choose either left or they'll choose either right. And then when they come back through that second time, that's when they will select the opposite foot that they're going to step with to get that coming straight off the ball, downhill attacking steps that we would use, especially when we're looking at our ISO game. Once the defender is done, so the offensive lineman drives him out, that defender will run around. That offensive lineman that just finished will then be the defender for the next person in line to go. This is our chute, step 1 of our run progression. Step 2 of our run progression, we'll move over to the T-boards. So first we'll start off, I'll have my offensive lineman line up to the left side of the T-board. So they will actually come, they'll put their heels on the back of the or on the front of the T-board. So right here will be their heels. They'll get down in that 3-point stance. This is their hand. I'll have a line dividing there for the defender. The defender will straddle the board down in a 3-point stance. We'll take that good lateral step with that first foot. That second foot will go to the crotch of the defender. And then we are driving that defender off of the T-board. So across the T-board, everybody will line up and do the same. So everybody will line up on that left-hand side with their heels on the front of that T. All right, so we will make sure those heels are right there touching it. And then we can put a little line, duct tape or something in that nature to make sure we get that good separation that we're looking for. That defender will come over here, get down in that 3-point stance. Everybody will go at the same time, good lateral first step. So what that does is that helps keep from that drop step. So you don't want them doing that little drop. So with their heels being right there in the front of that board, if they do that drop, that bag is going to go sliding out from underneath of them, or they're going to hit that board and they're going to go sliding, so you can tell they're dropping. We want to make sure we go nice and lateral. That second step comes into the crotch of the defender, and then we are driving the defender back. Once again, once they take their rep and they go through, the offensive lineman will then become the defender, and the other person will run behind and get in line for their rep coming up next. Next, after each lineman has had the opportunity to go from the left side of the T-board with that good zone step and the right side of the T-board with that good left zone step, we'll go to where we go to block a linebacker. So what we'll do is, once again, we'll line that offensive lineman up just the same. Heels on the edge of the front of that T-board. What we're going to do this time is we're going to take that first good lateral step. That second step is going to be to the crotch of the defender to where they're going to cross over that board, and they're running at this angle. So we're blocking toward the linebacker. We're going to take that defender. He's going to line up here, head up on the offensive lineman. He's going to shuffle about 2 to 3 shuffles, and then he's going to come downhill for the offensive lineman to get that nice, good attacking defensive linebacker that's coming down on him. So once again, we take that nice, good lateral step. Second step's going to the crotch of the defender. We're crossing over, coming downhill, running up, making contact, and then we're running with that backer. We're driving that backer off to the side. When we make that contact, we're pushing. Once again, everybody will all go at the same time. Once everybody had a chance to go that way, then we shift it, we come over this way. Heels on the edge of the board, good lateral step, crotch of the defender stepping over the board. We are running at this angle. That backer now is going to take 3 to 4 scoots over, and they're going to attack downhill, hitting and driving. So this right here is our T-board drills going to a linebacker. The fourth step in our run progression is working the reach block. So what we'll do is we'll have permanently, whether it's spray painted down, duct tape down, whatever you need, we'll have 2 lines set up. One line is for the offensive lineman, their hand goes on that line. The second line is for the defensive lineman, their hand goes on that line. This is so you can make sure you get that consistent separation on that defensive lineman lining up over offsides, offensive lineman moving upfield, down, moving all over the place. We're staying nice and solid in one location. So when we work this drill, we come up and we'll work our guard and we'll work our tackle. Okay? So we'll have 2 defensive linemen. The tackle is going to work that reach. Once again, they're taking that good lateral step. Aiming point, outside breast to armpit. Second foot goes to the crotch of the defender. They're driving that defender in that angle. The guard, lateral step. Second step goes to the crotch of the defender. Aiming outside breast to armpit, driving that defender. Those 2 will go. Next, the center will go. The benefit of this is, as the center is now going, this guard and tackle are now rotating. These guys are coming back, so that when you get back over here, you're ready to go. Once again, with our in-season drills, we're looking at tempo. We're looking at getting as many reps in a very small amount of time. Center will come up. He'll have that head up nose or a shade. He'll take that good lateral step, outside breast armpit, second foot to the crotch of the defender, driving at that angle. Then on this backside over here, you will have your backside guard, your backside tackle, but at this time we're just working that reach. So now they're going to the left. Good lateral step, second foot to the crotch of the defender, aiming outside breast to armpit, driving that defender at that angle. The guard as well, doing the same thing. So your tackle and guard will be working together. So I start off, my guard and tackle are working together, my center goes alone, then my other guard and tackle work together. So now when I come back over here, they're reset and they're set back up and I'm able to get going. So once again, this is us working our reach block within our zone techniques in our run progression phase during our individual drills. The fifth and final step of our run progression drills, working for the zone offense, is the cutoff. Once again, we're going to use that 2-line system that we just used for our reach blocking, but now we're going with our cutoffs. So we have our guard and tackle. Once again, they're going to work as a pair. Center's going to work by himself. The tackle and guard is going to work on a pair on the opposite side. So now we're doing a cutoff. So we're going to line that defensive guy up, head up on the tackle. He's going to line inside on a 1 technique on that guard. Good lateral step, foot to the crotch, aiming outside breast to armpit, driving that defender at that angle during that run progression. Same thing back here with that backside tackle. Good lateral step on the first. Second step goes to the crotch of the defender, running their track at that angle. So we're working that cutoff. Now the thing that's a little bit different here for the center, because we kind of reached those or worked on those reach blocks already with them, what we're going to work on now with our center, we're going to work on that down block. So we're going to go ahead and have that defender line up on that 1 technique, and now that center is going to work on that down block to his right. And then when he comes back and goes the second time, he'll work on that down block to his left, just working on securing and setting that down block. Another little coaching point here for the guards. A lot of times what we'll teach the guards is when that center's down there, because that center's still going to be snapping that ball every single rep, is run through the ball. When you're working to get that cutoff, run through the ball to make sure you get that inside cutoff. A lot of times the guys take that step, they leave their head behind, and they end up getting behind that guy, that defender, and then that defender is able to push and get that tackle right here. If they don't get that cutoff, that zone run is never going to work here. So we always tell them, run through that football. And that will allow them to get on that track to make sure that they're blocking that down defender really well. Backside guard and tackle here, once again, working on that cutoff. So you got a 1 technique, you got a head up, you may even go ahead and put them down in that 4-eye. Good lateral step. Second step goes foot to crotch, driving that defender at that angle, running our tracks. So with here, working on these lines, once again, we're allowed to make sure we have our good separation. We're able to make sure we're able to get as many reps as possible because we're working combinations. These 2, this 1, these 2, and then after these 2 go, he's going. So now these guys are going to defense. The defensive guys are coming back in line, or now they're going to offense, depending on how many linemen you have, so that you're able to get as many reps as possible without taking forever to go ahead and everybody go. And I can't really watch the whole line at one time. This allows me to see each group individually on those crucial points of that block, and I'm able to coach them up right there on that with what I expect, and then go to the next and have it happen very fast, very quickly, to make sure that everybody is able to get their reps in and make sure everybody is being successful with our run game. Thank you for watching our video on our run progression and season drills. Greatly appreciate it. If you would, please go down, subscribe to our channel for further video updates. Also, make sure you like the video, add any comments. These are our basic 5 steps to our run progression that we will work every single practice, especially with our zone game, to make sure that we're getting that zone step down, our aiming points down, and that we are being solid in our technique at all times. As with the zone game, that technique is very crucial to make sure your angles are perfect. So this allows us to work all of those angles and make sure that our guys are honed in for when we go to team or inside drill and they're able to execute those blocks. Once again, Coach Burke with Blockers Offensive Line Academy. Thank each and every one of you for watching this video. Please subscribe, please like our video, and leave any comments that you may have down below.